That's the finest fry up in Leytonstone. Max Headroom. That was a great TV show when I was a kid in the 80s. It was this guy, I think, he had a terrible accident and he'd been turned into a virtual human being, I think. His name was Max Headroom, because I think that's the last thing he saw as he hit a barrier. I might have got that completely wrong, but that's my recollection of it. He existed as like a head suspended in a digital space. So this is the first of what are going to be daily sort of walking vlogs. Just my wanderings actually near home. Probably. Who knows? That used to be like a little social club, sort of like a working men's club. It's going to be, I can't pronounce the first bit, it's going to be an Islamic community centre. The contrast there between the brutality of the Tesco's Express signage, but above it, look at the beauty of that sort of detail around the windows. Has no function whatsoever, purely decorative. Greater London House. I don't know, I mean, I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it? What's interesting is Greater London was 50 years old on the 1st of April this year, 2015, and you would not have known about it. Nothing happened. There were no celebrations or anything that I was aware of. Whatever they were very muted. Lots of London boroughs that people currently live in came into existence on that day. The one we're in now, Waltham Forest, being the formation of the urban districts of Leyton, of Walthamstow and Chingford, and nothing happened on the 1st of April to celebrate this fact or even to commemorate it. Costa's, that must be one of the most photographed places in Leytonstone. This mural is in celebration of the birthplace of Alfred Hitchcock, and this mural obviously depicting probably his most famous film, I think, The Birds. And he lived over there, where the house that he grew up in was, where that petrol station is, and you'll see how else he's been honoured. That little blue sign on the forecourt of that petrol station. So before the mural, this was how much Leytonstone cared about its association with one of the greatest film directors of all time, Alfred Hitchcock. And the house he grew up in stood on the site of this glorious jet garage. But now there's a more fitting tribute over there, that mural. The death of a superstar. I used to work in a DIY shop when I was a kid. Homebase were like a competitor. In fact, I think they took over. I used to work in Texas Home Care. So a little part of me is quietly pleased to see them closing down. The project I'd like to do is walking in large retail spaces. Noted Earlham Pie House. One of Leytonstone's other great filmmakers, Ian Bourne, made a film in there called, I think it's called Green, White and Black, The Way of Pie. Fantastic tiles on the Earlham Pie House. (5,851 steps on that walk. That's half the recommended daily amount of exercise.